Also today, a man appeared for the first time in federal court here in Columbus. This is in connection to the disappearance and death of a teenage girl from Indiana. Tyler Thomas is now charged federally in this case. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us at 11 on 10 TV News and streaming on 10 TV Plus. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. Now, his criminal complaint was unsealed today, providing a lot of new information about this case. 10 TV's Carly Dion is live outside the federal courthouse tonight with what we've learned. Carly?
Yolanda, Jeff, although Tyler Thomas is now facing federal charges, including sexual exploitation of a minor, he is not currently being charged with Hailey Buzbee's death.
Those are pretty serious charges.
39-year-old Tyler Thomas now federally charged with sexual exploitation of a minor and travel in interstate commerce with intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct in connection to the death investigation of Indiana teenager Hailey Buzbee, whose remains were found in Ohio. Harry Trombitis is a retired FBI special agent who has experience handling these kinds of cases.
I hope parents pay attention to this kind of case.
According to the federal criminal complaint, Thomas had communicated with 17-year-old Buzbee for more than a year through gaming and messaging apps before her disappearance on January 6th. It also states he had been communicating with other underage girls and that Thomas traveled to Indiana in June of last year to meet Buzbee. The now unsealed complaint also says Thomas drove Buzbee back to Ohio with the intent to engage in illicit sexual activity, specifically the production of child sexual abuse material.
If this is not a teaching, example for parents out there to monitor what their children are doing online, I don't know what is.
The complaint also details how Thomas led law enforcement officials to Wayne National Forest, where he allegedly buried Buzbee's dismembered body. But so far, Thomas has not been charged with Buzbee's death.
It's just a matter of, what is the best course of action for the prosecution of this individual.
Trombitis says federal prosecutors are likely working with local authorities to determine whether that charge should come from the federal or state level. But they're able to take their time since Thomas is currently in custody.
There's really no hurry to get the murder charge filed. So it gives investigators additional time to make sure they've got all the evidence, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed before they file, murder charges and that.
Thomas is now in custody of the U.S. Marshals. His next court date has not yet been set. Live in downtown Columbus, Carly Dion, 10 TV News.